Good morning, sunshines. Callie Carroll here, diving into wherever your health is broken. And I hope that you guys receive this at a time where you're like, but my health is great. My bones work, my ligaments work, my organs work. I have like all my sight, my hearing, my smell, my mindset, my mental health is amazing. That's what I'm praying for each and every one of you. But you might find this message meeting you and greeting you at a time where things aren't so ideal. And it's also great to have in your pockets in case at any time things aren't so ideal in the future. Not bringing that about, but just acknowledging that that is, a thing. So we all feel like we have this like God-given health, and we feel like it should just be a part of who we are. And when that's taken away, life is challenging. And all of a sudden, it feels that much more daunting for us to focus on our gratitude when we don't feel good. Whether that's mentally you don't feel good, physically you don't feel good, some sort of movement or ability is taken away from you, and now you don't get to do the things you love. Currently, I'm getting like a neuroma or something on my foot, and I don't get to dance, and I love dancing right now. But the thing is it checks you a little bit. You're like, oh yeah, I am a miraculous being. God did make me in this extraordinarily human form that does incredible things each and every day. And when one piece of the puzzle is out of alignment, all of a sudden my world just doesn't feel the same. What do we do? How do we show up? How do we show up when we're not in our ideal health? What a lot of people do is tend to focus on what doesn't feel good. And where we focus, we get more of. Focusing on and being upset with the thing that is hurting you, harming you, paining you right now is one, okay, it's taking you to that source of pain, that root of pain, and you're just wrapping yourself in it. Two, you're asking for more of it. So we did a practice before, right, where we were just looking at thank you for my health. Now we're actually specifically looking at the situation when we're not in ideal health. And the reminder here is that gratitude's magical power increases the natural flow of health to the mind and body, and it can assist the body in healing more quickly. A lot of people have a hard time believing this, and a lot of people are aggressively practicing this. Usually, when you really hit a huge health roadblock, you take one path or the other. And thankfully, I've seen so many people in my world taking the path of the ownership that they can heal their bodies through a positive energy flow. I have not read Joe Dispenza's full book, but it keeps coming up over and over again. So I need to grab it and read it. And it's about the power of healing ourselves. I mentioned earlier how at our recent chemo session, one of the women next to us was right away acknowledging all of the support that she was receiving from her doctors, her oncologists and everybody, but also acknowledging herself for the work that she's been doing. And I want to share with you guys a little bit about how I did this with Whit and John's cancer journey and being confronted with the biggest health challenge of our family's lives. Because when somebody goes through cancer, the whole family goes through it. If you guys have been affected by this, you know to be true. Not to say that any of us nearly close to experience, the internal feelings that he had and has, but the whole family is, your lives are quote unquote interrupted by it. And it's not interrupted, it's just a new chapter. It's a shift, it's an opportunity for learning. But as we were going through my son's journey, there's a couple different things that I did in terms of healing his health. And you can do this for other people, you can do it for yourself. And obviously in this case, I was doing for his little body. So when we found the tumors, obviously, I just gave gratitude for everything that was around us. I couldn't dive into a gratitude practice for the diseases yet, but with a little bit of time, I was able to step into that and really acknowledging that we were on a journey and God wanted us to learn some things from this experience. Excuse me. At one point, I tried to take his pain. I asked for his pain, as any parent would. And you just, you wish that you could just make them feel better. And the funny thing is, I took his pain. That did not make him feel better. I literally, you guys, experienced going through the chemo journey with him, the taste of metal in my mouth. I experienced the deep aching of my bones. I experienced the exhaustion. I experienced the nausea. I experienced the headaches. I asked for it. And the universe was like, sure, here you go. Here's how he's feeling. Now, on one hand, I was like, okay, this is cool. Now I kind of know what he's feeling. And even in the chemo hangover process, I still have some of these things show up in my life. But I know what he's feeling so I can better support him. But then I had to ask to give it back because I can't be my best caretaker taking on those things at the same time. I needed to have my full energetic health to be able to be the caregiver, if that makes sense. Anyways, that's one thing that I practice that I guess I don't know if I recommend or not. Make sure you give it back if you ask to take it. But in terms of giving gratitude, after some time, I was able to really say thank you for the lessons that we are given to learn from these diseases. And then I dove into thank you and the healing. And this was a big visualization thing for me. And instead of focusing on the tumors in his body, like the hip that was eaten away or the chunk out of his skull, where you could really focus in on that negative energy, I was like on a battleground. And I've heard a lot of other people doing this too. So whether that's just in the middle of the day if I found some quiet time, or the sleepless nights where we'd be doing ice cream parties and I'd be trying to comfort him, or the nights where I would just lay awake, even though like he's actually sleeping, what am I doing awake? I'd start to go through and do this little battle where I go through and focus on moving the dark out of his body and replacing it with light. And this is a different practice from Rhonda in the oh my gosh, I just said it. The Greatest Secret. I love the book, The Greatest Secret, where instead of just pushing things away, you welcome them and you allow them to leave, which sounds weird, but when you dive into the practice, if you guys are ready for that, read the book. It's pretty amazing. And so you welcome these, like, okay, so I welcome, see you guys there. I see that tumor there. I see the tumor there. And I would visualize them. Okay, here you are. Appreciate the lessons that you've brought our family. You are now welcome to leave. That would be wonderful when you're ready to go. And I'm going to assist you with that. So sometimes it was very gentle and loving. It was like a light that was moving through his little body, and I would visualize the light, and just anywhere where there was darkness, it was kind of scooping it up and turning it to light, and it would like iridescently leave his body and turn into something great. So the dark was coming out wherever it was, and it was turning into something light out in the world. And it was this really beautiful process. Other times I was on a battlefield with little like machine guns, and I had little dudes that was like running through his body, and like I could see all of them, like they're trumping and they're all in step, and like, okay, one's over here. And it's like shooting out the tumor's like, thank you, you're welcome to leave, I will help you out. And it's like, as you do, like they're just, it's just evaporating from his body again, turning into light and something good. And doing these different practices of healing his body brought me this joy of seeing the healing before it happened. And of course, you guys know he's rung the bell. The tumors are gone. His hip bone is completely healed. He only has a small hole in his skull because bones take a little longer to repair. But I still do this. I still visualize those bones growing and the strength that they have, them coming back together. So in this gratitude, you're going to think about somewhere, this practice today, you're going to think about somewhere where you're challenged in your health, and you're going to address it by doing 3 specific things. And this takes a little bit more time because you are diving into a deeper gratitude for your health, because sometimes it's challenging when you don't feel good to do them. The first one you're going to do is give thanks for any health that you've had in your past. As a child, did you feel healthy? And think of a time where you felt um just excited, energetic, just good, a time where you felt good. You're actually going to go back to 3 specific memories and say thank you and feel sincere gratitude for those moments. Maybe you visualize yourself riding a bike as a child and it's like you never got tired. Or you were an athlete and there was that moment where you had a really great game or competition and it felt amazing. Or you were an adult and you just started this like wonderful mindset practice and your mind was so strong and your attitude was just on point. You see that and you emotionally connect to it. Okay, that's the first step. You're going to look at your health in the past. Second step, health you're continuing to receive in the presence. Think about every organ, system, or physical sense that's currently working in your body: your arms, your legs, your hands, your heart, your kidney, your intestines, your eyes, your vision, your hearing. Think about those things. You're going to choose 5 and you're going to dive into a deep gratitude for what's working well in your body. We're focusing on what's working well. We're not focusing on what's not working well. Not unless we got little machetes out there, machine guns getting them, right? We're focusing on what's working well. And you're going to do 5 of those. So now you're really starting to feel this like, oh my gosh, I'm so healthy. Yeah, I might have this going on, but like I can still do all these other things. Finally, you're going to give gratitude for the health that you want to receive. Choose one thing about your body that you want to improve. The tumors are gone. I just see it. The tumors are gone. The bones are healed. The tumors are gone. The bones are healed. I see it. It's beautiful, right? My feet right now, I think about this. My feet feel amazing. I can dance. I can go up on my toes. I can tiptoe. I can stomp. They feel incredible. It feels so good. Think about the ideal state of being in that ideal health. I mean, as good as it can get. And spend about a minute visualizing a scene of you. So I see myself literally dancing. I'm jumping, I'm moving, I'm shaking it, I'm smiling, I'm with my friends, I'm high fiving, and I feel freaking fantastic. Visualize what that's going to be like. And you can do this. Maybe you want to see better. Maybe you want to hear better, because you feel like you're pretty healthy. Maybe you want to be a little bit stronger. You want to lose some weight and you just see it's just dripping off you. It's melting off you. It doesn't even matter what you do. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. You see the positive results of your health healing. Natural forces within us are the true healers of disease. That's Hippocrates. I don't know. Hippocrates. Okay. Anywho, you could do this multiple times a day if you want, if you need to. If your health is really in an impoverished state right now, you might need to do it over and over again all day long. Maybe it's a one-time practice and then you think about it again when something starts to ail you in the future. But regardless, giving our attention and our focus towards those things that we're grateful for is going to bring about more positive energy, which can in turn literally heal this. There are so many stories within The Secret, if you guys go peruse about people healing themselves completely through a practice of positive affirmations, gratitude, visualization, and creation of what they want in their worlds. It's there for us. It's there for us. All we have to do is put the effort into doing it. So that is today's practice, the magic of healing something within ourselves, healing yourself. And we'll be moving on to some more here in the future. If you guys have not joined for the rest of the practices, go back. Why not? You're on this journey with us. You might as well keep feeling good everywhere in your world. And remember that somebody else out there might be hurting today. They might be having a little bit more pain than you are, and this could really positively affect them. So maybe it's a great day for you to share that. I love you guys so much. Thank you for spending another little snippet of your life with me. Remember that perspective reveals miracles.